Good morning, lovely ladies. So welcome from my office. I was intended to do this, and thankfully it's good weather because it's still wintry and cold temperatures. But these few last days we had some sun, and of course, for a free masterclass about your dream universal garden, why not do it here in these loving surroundings? We come here usually in summer and in spring to bike and to walk because there are different parts of sceneries. There's some forest, there is a lake and a hill and water combined with a lot of nature and sheep. And it's actually so close to where I live. It's on the other side of a canal we have. Yeah, it's more a river. It's artificial, but it's a river. And on the other side, this place it's about 9 acres. And lots of people come here. And there are different villages around it. And one of my village is also there. And in this masterclass, this energy is perfect. I'm also going to do my masterclasses more here, maybe on a different spot, so we can enjoy the multiple views. It's a bit windy, but the sun is out, and we will see. I hope my computer will last. I'm on a hot spot. Let's see how far we come, and everything is a bonus in here. Everything is a bonus in here. So maybe people talking to us because I'm here with a computer, but who cares? Who cares? So welcome to the Dream Visualization Garden, your garden, where we're gonna talk about the art of allowing, the energies, working with it, and the law of attraction. And today we're gonna do the dreaming itself. How you can step into your universal garden and work from that. If you have any comments, it's a bit troubling of questions, or let me know in here afterwards. For sure, I'm gonna read them afterwards, but in the sun, it's not that easy to see. But for sure, I'm gonna share that with you. So it's about you heard the wind. It's about your garden, and it's an imaginary garden, but it's not imaginary because everything is created twice. If you think of something, of making a sandwich, you have to first think about it, dream about it, see it, hear it, taste it, smell it, because we experience so much that it's in our system how to make a sandwich. It's in our system how to smell the ham or the mayonnaise. So your universal garden is not only dreaming, but it's also a real energetic garden. And in that garden, there are plants growing, seeds growing, trees growing, and in those are your creations. This is your garden, your energy. And if you see your creation as a little sprout growing and allowing that, and the law of attraction working with that, you can enjoy your creations and your garden and be in there and allow yourself to be already working. That's why I'm here. So this garden is making it visible for yourself how your energetic universal garden is working. And that garden, it can be your own garden, but in dreaming, everything is of course allowed, and everything you love to have in there, you can put in there, and you can make it as big as a garden as you want, or a small garden, or a cozy garden, but we're in spring, so we're making a spring garden today. How to feel that, how to create that. And in the dreaming, we're making it visible what's growing in there, what you're putting away in vibrations, in creations, in and but that's later on. We have another masterclasses in there. They're the paid ones, and then you are learning what to sow, how to see it grow, and work with the creation, and attracting and allowing much more. But this first step up is just how to feel what is already there in your garden and how you can make that garden first step. And you don't have to make the garden because it's already there, but then you know the arts of allowing with creations, with attractions, and this is actually the making it visible again. And you can add on that. You can always add on that sources, the creations, everything you want. You can have it in there. It's already there because if you're thinking about it, it's already created. It's already there, and trusting that that's already there. So in your garden, like here, you can see it. You can see the trees. You can see the sky. You can feel it. It's sunny. The wind is out. You can hear it. The birds are singing. And you can even taste it. Maybe it tastes like spring. It's fresh. It's here. It's relaxing. You can also feel in feelings how it's feeling. So you're making it visible, but you're also able to work in your universal garden, your dreaming experience or visualization. And you can be in there physical. And yeah, physical with your conscious in there. But you can also feel it. Maybe sitting in a chair, you using your senses, and we experience so many times we're sitting in a chair that our mind, body, every sense is knowing how to sit, how that feels, how you experience that. So when you're walking in your garden, maybe bare feet, you can feel how the grass or the rocks or the stones beneath your feet are feeling. So you're actually allowing the garden, the dream garden. We're gonna do it, so don't worry, you're gonna do it. But just the first explanation, how to step in there and be there and feel it and let yourself around it. That's why I'm here. So you can also experience when you're sitting in your real garden or in a park where I am at, how it feels. And then you can feel that also in your real garden, universal garden. Don't worry, you don't have to fertilize it or give it water unless you enjoy it so much. Please do, or attend to your plants. But in your dream universal garden, you don't have to work as hard as in normal gardens. So you can allow it to be. And in this garden, you can play with the plants. You can sow new plants. You can work with your creation. But it's a place to learn, to see, to let it grow, because every plant has its own blueprint. It's time to grow. It's time to rest. It's time to sprout. Every little plant individually, but also in the same species. For a daffodil, of course, it's gonna rest in the winter, but in the spring, it's gonna sprout and bloom on its own time, and that's the allowing part. In this garden, it's also to enjoy it. That's what I'm doing here, and feeling it, feeling yourself, feeling the energy of your plants, the energy of your garden. If you have maybe a large pine tree in there, and a pine tree as big, or even a sequoia. I have a sequoia in my garden. Not always, but I can put it there. And that's a source of grounding, a source to feel strength. So you can also have plants or trees in there, or flowers, loving flowers that smell as sweet in spring, and even the daffodils or the hyacinths. The hyacinths especially, you can experience. They have a smell. You can smell it even 2-3 feet away. It's coming at you, and it's a place to learn about your creations, to learn about yourself, how to feel that energy, how to feel yourself with that energy. And that's also in upcoming masterclasses, how you can work with that energy and allow it. And yeah, the universal garden is a place in the highest vibration. Nothing interfering is in there, nothing you don't want is in there. It's a place of peace, it's a place of joy, happiness, completeness. The universal garden is a place of completeness and being one with that completeness. Source, you can call it source or God or the divine. For me, it's a place where I can meet God, and I know maybe different persons don't work with the energy of God, but with something greater. And that's coming from the heart. That's for me the same. But for me, it's meeting God, and I work with Mary Magdalene. That's a place for me where I can reside in that energy. I can do it live here. I'm also doing it. Mary Magdalene is working in that energy with me. I asked me to join me here in this place and share that energy with you in here, being here, and then stepping into your universal garden in a dream. And you can do this anytime, anywhere. You can do it in bed, you can do it in the morning. I also did it when I couldn't sleep, and putting stuff in my garden like lemon balm, because that's really relaxing and sleeping, and seeing that as a herb in my garden, so I could take that into my tea, and that helps me relax. And that is then being in my universal garden when not able to sleep, and lying on a day bed with a blanket. You hear the geese? The geese are coming in. I got a drop in this neighborhood. How loving nature is. But when I couldn't sleep, I was lying in bed and taking some tea and being with some cats of mine who are deceased. Are also in my garden, and that's very comfortable and relaxing too, being with energies who have been deceased. It can be living or dead, that doesn't matter. And relaxing in that, and then able to sleep. So it's also a place when you're not comfortable to step into your universal garden with your creation, and putting something in your garden which is relaxing, hopeful, powerful, like a sequoia. So grounding, but so powerful and feeling secure. I was sitting against my sequoia, and I'm not always sure of myself. Of course, I'm human, and one of my wounds to heal is not always feeling secure. And when I was sitting against that sequoia, I sometimes feel secure, but while against sitting that sequoia, that is so sureness. And there's no doubt anymore. That's sureness. That being already. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to fight. You sit against it and it's there. We all experience somewhere sureness, but sitting against that, that was sureness. And let me, can I see? No, I have to trust on it. And for those who don't know me already, a lot of course, people know me in here, and that's fine. One of my majors was botany. So plants were already in my life, and when I was a young girl, I had a really tiny room, but I had an area, a shelf, and even on my desk, I had plants, and I was collecting them always from different. Oh, there's a bunny or a hare. Oh, there's a bunny. Sorry. I love nature. I love nature. So even in that tiny room, I had plants from Africa, little living stones. I had tropical plants because I liked the exotic, different kind of looking plants in there, which are especially flowering or in texture or in form. And of course, being my hobby, I had lots of books. We didn't have Google and internet yet. Don't forget that. So I had encyclopedia. I had orchids and books from that. And there was a lot of time spending my time in there. And that's still there. And of course, through life, it's sometimes a little bit less. But there are also a lot of times when it is there and I'm feeling it. And yeah, they give me life. They're connected with me. They were also, nature is always connected with me. I'm gladly finding it also through this masterclass because I'm doing the exercises you are doing and the homework you are doing. Actually, more connected with nature, and I'm so feeling grateful, so feeling blessed that I get to do that. That I get to do that. And feeling more connected, and that's where the idea came from Mary. So if you're doing this, why not in nature? And of course, feeling insecure even just now, and people are biking so here, but why not doing this in nature itself then, if it's grow your garden? And for sure I'm gonna do here more, and maybe in summer than earlier, so it's more quiet. It's actually still early. I was so excited to I throw everything into a bag and went straight here because I wanted to be here. And it's now loving weather. So maybe next time in summer, maybe 6 o'clock or something like that. And then doing it here. Ah, it's making me happy. It's making me happy. But that is why I'm also spiritual, and you don't have to be spiritual to have a garden. Not at all, not at all. But I was always sensitive to the peace and quiet in nature and connected to that. As long as I can remember, I had that. That's why I probably collected plants around me. I also have to see. Yeah, okay. Still 91% on my phone. That's actually my network in here, in this beautiful office. It's so peaceful in here. Somewhere in your universal garden, and you can start by seeing what's there first. Do you have grass? Do you have gravel, or gravel we call it, or what kind of furniture is there, how big your garden is, and you can imagine anything. And everything can be in there, but try to see what's already there in creations first. So set yourself open, and just have to lay down and step into it. We're gonna do it in a little while. But seeing and feeling and the creations in there and yourself in there in combination with that energy in there, the laws are already working. So even when you're not knowing what you're doing, the art of allowing, and the art of allowing is we're having busy lives. We're busy with our work, people around us, with the children. And when we're busy in our mind, our body can be stressful. We all know our stress points in our body. But we're then not listening in to ourselves, feeling ourselves, being happy in ourselves with the energy in your heart. You call it spiritual energy, but there's also a universal flow of energy. And we're as busy as that. The energy life force, we're surrounded by it because everywhere you look there's life, and that's the life force. The plant is life, we are alive. Even this table is life force, but it's not as a high vibration, so you can go through it. So it looks solid, but it's life. Everything is life. So life force is always around, and always the law of attraction in combination with it. If we're in an energy state, in a vibration, the law of attraction is in the same vibration. So if you're stressed and fearful, we're also manifesting. Now, we're not manifesting, but the law of attraction is manifesting that same kind of energy. And then you see stuff show up in your life. So you don't have to think about it, but if you're feeling it, still anxious or worried, it's going to be there also. That's law. And allowing is before that and in between and afterwards. It's allowing yourself, your natural state, love, freedom, gratefulness. That's our natural stage where we came from, and we're in here. Even this in stress or what you're seeing around you or feeling it. But the sun is actually coming out so much more. It's getting warm. I'm loving it. So when you're in a certain state, and low vibrations are powerlessness, feeling powerless, depressed, and anxiety and fear. Fear is low vibration, and freedom, powered by your heart, happy, grateful, joyful, those are high vibration. So the laws are always working in which emotion you are. So if you're not knowing that, and a lot of people are not knowing that, and that's totally fine because we're human, but we get so distracted by life that we actually don't pay attention to our own happiness and come back to ourselves in our own hearts, and sharing that energy to the universe. What is for me when I go back to completeness and oneness and stepping into the universal garden, and sometimes feeling it through and through because we're still human and can be scared or anything, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Remember, that is totally fine. You can be scared. But those laws, if you're stepping in your universal garden, you're sitting down in the sun, the birds are singing around you, it's quiet, there's nature around you in your garden. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that your energy is rising up? You're feeling better because it's quiet, you're more yourself. And you can let go literally of things that they're not here anymore. We can focus on them, situations from last night or yesterday. The funny part, I'm learning myself also now. They're not here now. They don't exist right now. It was a big insight for me. I'm always busy taking stuff with me, but no, it's not here. And if you then step into your universal garden also from here, you are allowing, that's the law of allowing, to be yourself. And maybe you don't have to even try hard to connect with nature, because nature is always connecting with you through that life force. We are one. In that energy, you can just be. And feeling comfortable, and just like build up stress, we can build up joy. It's the same energy storage. And I did this in another masterclass, of also a free one. You can go back to that. We can compound energy in our body. That's why you notice stress. But in there, I learn how to find your self-love storage, or any other storage, but self-love. It's also part of that in this universal garden. Self-love, being in your garden where your creations are, where your self is. And every time you go back there, you're compounding it there and here for yourself, because you're taking it with me. You're not anyone there, or so, and you're not somewhere else in your garden. You're yourself. So my journey in this garden is, I was thinking, so wow, that I'm pushing here, because there's my positive thoughts, and getting that into my system. So when you see me doing this, it's thinking. So my journey again, because I was doing it, of course, unconscious, but now more conscious than ever, is different moments in my day, and not every day and not every week, stepping into my garden and seeing what is there, feeling what is there. Maybe I've put some bright flowers in there already, summer flowers. But those flowers are representing women, which are my clients, and they're having their own growth, their own sprouting time, and their own flowering time. So they will flower at different times, but that new flower is then flowering and being one of my new clients. And I have a sequoia in there as a source, grounding, sureness. And even talking about it, I can feel it a little bit. And I noticed when I was stepping more and more into my garden that it was compounding also more and more, that I was feeling happy more relaxed, and also being honest in there, when I'm really stressed out and I stepped into my garden, it's not always as relaxing, but I know maybe this time I'm stepping in and it's not as relaxing, but next time it will be more relaxing, and then feeling it. And in my garden, I have a small patch on the side of a fence, and there are trees in there, but I have grass on my as a lawn, and it's pretty big. I can see into the forest, just like here on the left side, and on the other side is the garden looking to my house. And I have different kinds of spots for different kinds of experiences. The side of my house is more secluded spot with some smaller day beds and more silence in there. And at this spot with my sequoia, sitting at my sequoia, it's out in the outer end of my garden. And if I need more space, I can make it more space. So I'm visualizing that, but also allowing the universe to show me my creations. And my creation can be my practice. That's also, and it's already in my garden. I thought about it. When I thought about it, it's a creation, even not knowingly or yes, knowingly. And then in there is the creation of my practice. And my practice are those flowers because I don't have a building, but it's in there as flowers for me, working with women and helping them in to develop spiritual and in their truest forms how to be there. So when you're stepping into your garden, what's already there, and that's also going to be the homework. List out what you are feeling, seeing, and maybe you don't see it as great, but maybe you feel it, or there are colors in your body. I'm talking about seeing, but that are all five senses. For me, visualization is actually seeing in a spot, and then I can extend to it, or I can move my sight, and then I can see the spot. I usually don't see whole picture, and that's okay because we all do it differently in visualization. But as long as you do it as if you and your whole body are there with feelings, complete senses are there. So you're pulling it over. They always say step into it, but then you have to step out of yourself, pull your garden over you, and you can be there. So list out what's there. There can be herbs, there can be buildings, there can be furniture, everything what's normal in a garden. But also maybe exotic plants, and try not to create too much, but see what's already there in your garden. A fireplace. My fireplace is in the shed. I know this. You can even ask yourself in the visualization what's there, and of course, you're gonna get some answers. So plants, animals, evergreens, herbs, flowers, buildings. Oh, animals. Yep. Of course, birds. What kind of birds are there? I have undefined birds in my garden. They're singing softly in the background. But I already told my some of my deceased animals are in there, and I actually get new live ones. I will stick them in there too because they give me joy. They give me happiness. They give me peacefulness. Sometimes, especially cats. Oh, they can do some awesome things. You think, okay, why are you doing that? And in 1 or 2 minutes, we're gonna do the visualization. It's not gonna be a long one because uh, you you can do shorter ones and then gain some trust if you're doing a longer one and it's maybe not working. Maybe if it's working, stay in there, but step out if you're getting frustrated because then the energy is not high anymore in your garden, and it's for sure there, for sure. Journal out everything, and you can do it in Excel. I work a lot of journaling in Excel. I also have journals and I do it in audio journaling a lot lately. Out in my car, I am sharing for myself what I feel and work through that. But you actually can pick a nice journal and write it out what you see, because I always think, now not always anymore, but I used to think I can remember that. But first of all, your head's getting full of it, and you can't remember everything. And why should you? So write it out, journal it out, feel about it, insights. If you need to think it out, think it out. What does it mean? I see a special exotic plant, but what does it mean? What does it mean that it's there? You can write out the feelings. for sure write out the feelings. So I'm waiting until the dog is coming through. It's actually a bit more busy, but I'm near a biking path. Already told that. So I hope you can hear me fine. So you can do it anywhere, anytime, any place. Find your sacred place. And in your sacred place, if you don't know what it is, you can find it in my Facebook. And I also have a workshop from that. I can actually share that free. If you want it, how to build your sacred place, just let me know. And of course, if you're already thinking I want to do this more and join me into my next workshop, it's going to be a 3-day workshop. Let me know. But first, step into your silent place and close your eyes and don't force yourself into anything because it's allowing. And be mild and kind with yourselves. So just relax, close your eyes, and let your breath be wherever it's being, because if you're forcing that, it's forcing again. Just allow and be. And when you're feeling where you're sitting or lying down and making it yourself comfortable, just relax. And feel your breath going in and out and slowly. Again, it does not matter where your breath is. And relax your muscles, which you don't need. And if thoughts are coming in, see them as a little cloud floating away, or a small river, like a leaf on a river flowing it out of the picture. Thoughts are never wrong. They're there. But if you allow the force of life, the life energy to flow through you, it's already there. It's always flowing. And now we're gonna allow it. And now gently from above your dream garden is floating around you, and your dream garden is here. You are here. Your loving dream garden. And first, adjust in the energy and notice what is different already. You're maybe getting more relaxed already. And remember, you don't see it, maybe, but you can see it with your heart. And see yourself standing in your garden and walking around in it, feeling the energy, maybe seeing already plants. You don't have to remember them now, but you can journal out later. But maybe you see daffodils, or maybe you see some other spring flowers like crocus or hyacinths, or some snowbells still. They're still here, snowbells. And maybe you're seeing some trees sprouting. And the grass, because it's not too cold here anymore, the grass is growing again. And maybe you're hearing some birds singing loudly or softly in the distance. Or you can see them fly in or out. Maybe you have a feeding spots in there where they can come in and get some seeds and then fly off again. Maybe you're seeing some animals, horses, maybe you got in the back, maybe a sheep or a goat, or maybe just no animals allowed in this garden. And see how the wind is playing in the sun, because the sun is always out here. And it's warming your face, warming your body. And then breathing and feeling that sun. Feeling that sun on your skin. And then you know and feel you're in your garden. And notice how your body is feeling in this garden. Even when you're walking already, sitting down maybe besides your beautiful chairs, your furniture, watching your garden, trusting in your creations. And maybe a little hair is coming in, just like here. Or some birds. And feel how you are feeling in this garden. Are you happy? Are you feeling powerful? Are you feeling free in here? And with that sun combined and your breath already relaxing, maybe there's a waterfall nearby, listening to that water. And then you can, when you're compounding this energy, because it's already in your body, so it's being stored, maybe you can feel where it is. So you know next time you're stepping in where that energy storage is. And now you can look around. What kind of trees are there? And you can sense what kind of creation is for you. And maybe you don't know the answer right now, but when you ask the question, the answer is always coming to you. Always. Always. So what kind of flowers are there? And what kind of creation is there? And maybe you can see there are seeds lying on the ground. And you're knowing what kind of seeds they are. And those trees, flowers, and annuals, and even plants, they're coming back in every year. They're giving you also energy back. So you're sharing that energy. They are giving energy, you're receiving that, and you're also giving it back, because you're both combined with life's energy. Universal energy, doesn't matter how you call it. So sense your garden, what creations are there, what kind of creations are already there. What are they representing, or sources of happiness, sources of peacefulness, sources, or just being who you are. Just being who you are. And residing in that energy where you can be yourself. And let yourself sink in that energy. And maybe there are plants giving light of, or energy, or colors. You can see colors, you can hear music, you can see words even in your garden. With all senses, they're there. Of course, your heart in a high vibration. And don't worry if you're maybe feeling sometimes when you're stepping in here fearful or anxious. Next time it will be different. But this is your universal garden, your secret garden, your secret own spot where you can be with anything and everything in here. So for now, being in here is enough for today. You can do this meditation again and again. You can even listen to this replay and do it. It's going to be in here on Facebook. But first, when you're stepping out of your garden, let yourself sink in that energy, feeling the energy of your plants, feeling the energy of everything and anything in there, giving you that heartfelt love, peace, or anything else, power, freedom. Let yourself sink into it, and then slowly open your eyes and come back to the here and the now. And when you are getting back, grab your journal, if you have any, or a piece of pen and paper for right now, and write it out. What were the trees in there? What are they representing? The plants, the furniture. How does my garden look like? What did it feel like? Did I hear words? Is there music? Birds, animals, anything that's out there. And you can also write out later what's in there, what's feeling in there, and how you feel. That's maybe the most important for it first class. I'm gonna put on my coat because the sun is just a little bit away. So write everything out, and of course list your plans out. What am I feeling? How am I feeling it? What do I sense they already are? And then I can trust and allow in their own time, in their own blueprints, having faith that they can grow, and they will grow. And next time you're stepping into that, you can in this meditation in your universal garden feel also that faith, that having faith that your creations, even when you are unconscious of it, it's already there. And it's growing in its own time. It's also a place of trust. You can even plant a trust piece of that. For sure, you can also plant it. So it's a place to feel great at. It's a place for enjoying yourself, enjoying it, the garden, your plants, feeling it, and also compounding it. Just like we always know the negative storages, but you're gonna learn how your happiness is being stored. And you can compound it, and you can step into it again and again and again. You can step into it for 5 minutes, for half an hour, for 1 hour, for 2 hours. But if you're doing this for the first time, my advice is step into it for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or when you need it. Also, when you're not happy, when you're anxious or sad, step into it. Because you will notice if you are doing this, it's always helpful. You are more relaxful. You've seen some loving plants. You are learning, you are growing. And if you're journaling it out, you know where to find it. So step back in when you're feeling it and needing it. Not needing it, maybe. The sun is coming back again. It's a little bit boring. It's spring. So homework. List it out. List it out. Oh, I have to. This is my hobby. Let me tell him I'm busy here. Waarom? Hé schat, ik geef les, dus ik hang weer op.
Oké, tot zo.
Ik hou van je. Doei.
Ik hou van jou. Doei.
So that was my hobby. He's also in here. I knew it, but it's also my universal garden. List everything out, the homework. Write it out, because when you're listing it out, you can attach to it, know it, use it again, step into it, learn again. It's kind of a cycle and cycle and cycle where you are learning that. So list it out, journal it out, and set a time where you can do it. And it may be in your peaceful moments, or when you're having a break, or even at night before standing up, maybe 5 minutes, or before going to bed, 5 minutes. If you do it back to back, when you do it in the evening, before going to bed, you're setting a state, an energy state. You're taking that into your sleep, and then you wake up and you're still in the sleeping cycle. When you do it again, then that's going to be also setting some lovely vibrations and energies away. And do the meditation. You can do the meditation here again and again. It's not that long. I need to start maybe timestamp the video for you, so you know where you can find it. So I'm also, of course, teaching this and sharing this, and I love teaching this. I really love teaching this. So I also have some offers. If you are in here and you want to join, just let me know in a DM. You can send me here or any email if you have got my email address. First of all, register. I've got a link also in here, so register for it, and I got your email. The first offer is I'm gonna do a 3-day from beginner to expert universal garden, law of attraction, art of allowing. And your universal garden, using it, how to sow new creations, how to create again and again and again in different kind of seasons. We're now in spring. I've got the 4 seasons and are already done winter. I'm gonna give that offer also here. But if you want to join that 3-day masterclasses, and of course you can do them again and again and again. They're gonna be probably in YouTube. Don't know where yet, but you can find it again, do it again, search for it again, and then we're doing it, of course, with other women. So the energy in our universal garden is actually more compounded. And in the first, I don't know the order right now because I have the topics, of course, for the teachings, but I have to order them. Logical in my garden too. You're gonna learn how to raise your vibration in there, how to allow more and be happy more, connect with oneness and completeness more. So finding yourself more and being happy and more self-love, that's also in there. And how to work with the law of attraction. And it's actually simple, but there are a lot of things and exercises you can do in there to feel more happy. For me, it's the most important that we are as women in our highest vibration, for sure. So at the end, when I taught those 3 days, it's going to be 555 euros. That's the price going to be when it's done and people can buy it for full price. The price is also going to 333 euros, and actually in a few days to 111 euros. But if you join today and for 48 hours, if you DM me, it's going to be $88 for 3 days. And there's going to be so much stuff in there. I also, of course, share a lot about other laws, explaining the laws more. And we have got 50 laws in the universe. These are 2 laws. There's also law of harmony, the law of oneness. Oh, that's a great insight. Law of influence. I'm gonna put that down to one. Law of oneness, because, and of course, harmony is also one. That's the number one law. Law of harmony combined with oneness. That's where we came from. I also did the winter garden masterclass. I will make there an offer for 2, and that is the winter edition, what we're doing here. If you want that, let me know. I don't got the prices. I don't got the prices in my computer, but I cannot see it anything. And I did self-love 1. I'm doing more self-love masterclasses this year. I already done self-love 1. And that's also going to be a higher price masterclass. That was a 1-day teaching. And I'm giving it half price. Let me, if you're interested in self-love and how to step up in your own self-love, feeling more happy, more yourself, your truest form, and sharing that with the world, please let me know. If you have any questions, let me know in here. If you want to know more, let me know in here. I will put down the landing page for. I can put the offer in there. So let me know if what you're interested in. I loved doing here. This is a loving workplace. I truly loved it. Have an amazing day. See you soon in another masterclass. This masterclass is gonna be in a guide on Facebook, so with different kind of topics. You can scroll through them, and if any questions there, let me know. Have a loving day. I enjoyed it so much and enjoyed it that I could share it in here. See you soon. Bye bye.